Well, Miss Berlin,
You knew it was me all the time, didn't you?
why indeed it might be. From something the girl herself wrote.
I've told my father. He didn't seem to think it amounted to much, but I felt rotten about it at the time, and now I feel a lot worse. Did it make much difference to her?
Yes, I'm afraid it did. It was the last real job she had. When she lost it for no reason that she could discover, she decided she might as well try another kind of life.
So I'm really responsible then?
No, not entirely, Miss Berling. A good deal happened to her after that. She was partly to blame, just as her father is.
But what did Sheila do?
I went to the manager at Mildred's and I told him that if they didn't get rid of that girl, I'd never go near that place again and I'd persuade Mother to close our account with them.
And why did she do that, Miss Berling?
Because I was in a furious temper.
And what had this girl done to make you lose your temper?
When I was looking at myself in the mirror, I caught sight of her smiling at the assistant, and I was furious with her. I'd been in a bad temper anyhow.
And was it really the girl's fault?
No, not really. It was my fault. All right, Gerald. You needn't look at me like that. At least I'm trying to tell the truth. I expect you've done things you're ashamed of too.
Well, I never said I hadn't. I don't see why.
Never mind about that. You can settle that between you afterwards. What happened, Miss Berling?
Well, I'd gone in to try something on. It was an idea of my own. Mother had been against it, and so had the assistant. But I insisted. As soon as I tried it on, I knew they'd been right. It just didn't suit me at all. I looked silly in the thing. Well, the girl had brought the dress up from the workroom, and when the assistant, that Miss Frances, had asked her about something about it, this girl, to show us what she meant, had held the dress up as if she was wearing it, and it just suited her. She was the right type for it, just as I was the wrong type. She was very pretty, too, with big dark eyes, and, well, that didn't make it any better. Well, when I tried the thing on and looked at myself and knew that it was all wrong, I caught sight of this girl smiling at Miss Frances, as if to say, "Doesn't she look awful?" And I was absolutely furious. I was very rude to both of them. And then I went to the manager and told him that this girl had been very impertinent and how could I know what was going to happen afterwards? If she'd been some miserable, plain little creature, I don't suppose I'd have done it, but she was very pretty and looked as if she could take care of herself. I couldn't be sorry for her then.
In fact, in a kind of way, you might be said to have been jealous of her.
Yes, I suppose so.
And so you used the power you had, as the daughter of a good customer, and also of a man well known in the town, to punish the girl just because she made you feel like that.
Yes, but it didn't seem to be anything very terrible at the time, don't you understand? And if I could help her now, I would.
Yes, but you can't. It's too late. She's dead.
My God, it's a bit thick when you come to think of it.
Shut up, Eric. I know. It's the only time I've ever done anything like that, and I'll never do it again to anybody. I've noticed them giving me a sort of look sometimes at Millward's. I noticed it even this afternoon, and I suppose some of them remember. I feel now I can never go there again. Oh, why had this to happen?
That's what I asked myself tonight when I was looking at the dead girl. And then I said to myself, well, we'll try to understand why it had to happen. That's why I'm here. And why I'm not going until I know all that happened. Eva Smith lost her job with Berling and Company because the strike failed, and they were determined not to have another one. At last she found another job. Under what name, I don't know. In a big shop. But you had to leave there, because you were annoyed with yourself and passed the annoyance on to her. Well, she had to try something else. So first, she changed her name To Daisy Ranton.
What?
Oh, he says he changed the name to Daisy Ranton.
Do you mind if I give myself a drink, Sheila?